I'll give you 2 hints what I'm going to be doing today. 2 hints. You guys are right. Going to be driving the semi. We've had some rain for the last few days. Oh man, get in Elmer here. Tell you what, Elmer's got a comfortable seat though. Get the engine warming up here, but we are going to be doing corn. We've gotten some rain for the last few days, so we haven't been running in the field. They're talking rain again tonight, so we figured, you know what, we better be hitting it hard and go when the go says go. As soon as this little light goes off, these get out of the red for the air. The emergency warning light goes off. We'll be ready to roll. Probably can't feel it, but I can feel the air filling up on the semi-tractor, and it's starting to straighten me out because the airbags were down, and so I was sitting back like this. I can actually feel it raising me up, so that's kind of cool. I think what I'm gonna do, jump out of Elmer here. I love Elmer, don't get me wrong. I love the power, a lot of power in Elmer. But something about the little girl over here, just a quiet little comfortable ride. So I'm gonna start up the little Volvo. Oh, you can tell everything's damp, moist from the overnight. Okay, let's start her up, start the engine up. Whoa! You know, it's kind of funny. You start harvest and you think you got all this time in the world to get things done, and then you get out there and then all at once it's like, I want to get done, I want to get done. And then you look at the calendar like I did this morning when you're eating and you're like, wow, we got a lot of time yet. But then you start thinking, okay, what if you get 4 days of rain and then 4 days of nice weather, but the ground's too wet and you can't get out there. And then about the time you can get out there, you get 4 more days of rain, and now all at once your 12 days be wasted time. So it's just kind of one of the things. You like to be able to keep the combine moving, keep everything going. I'll show you what's coming. Here comes Zach with a load of corn. That is one reason we use our mirrors, and then I'm going to turn the flashers on so people coming out on the road, they know, hey, Daddy Cornstar's in the road. What a bum. Here comes Zach. Here comes Zach. Oh. Sometimes in trucks feel like a horse. Feels like you're, oh, I'm wondering if I need to come in the other way today. We'll check. Oh, forgot to plug the radio on. Forgot to put the Midland on the charger last night. Good thing it didn't rain. Good thing it's... Gotta grab my tools. We just want to make sure the moisture's off of it. It's something when you get water on belts, and it's like a little bit of oil. It can make them very, very slippery. All right, we just kicked in the old button to kick everything in. We got to get out and start unloading things before the timer runs out and says, hey, there's no load on the augers, and then they kick off. Oh boy. Give it time to make sure the moisture's off the belt. But what I was going to say, on our unloading system, they have it fixed up, our local electrician, so when we're unloading a load of corn, everything's running, but then when the auger senses there's no more corn in the pit, it runs for a little bit, and then the pit auger will shut off. The grain leg that brings the corn up to the catwalks, it will run for like, I don't know if it's a minute, and then it will shut off, and then your conveyors that's bringing the corn to the bins, our local electrician, which does a great job, has that shut off, so we don't have to be around here. But now at night before we leave, we always kill all the power so something don't accidentally kick in at night, and then we want to make sure everything's shutting off. There goes Cooper. It's a little bit tougher corn this morning. It's a little bit damp yet, so the stalks, I should say. So we're just having to take it easy, let it run through as it wants to. We got Zach pulling up to put another load of corn on the trailer. I was sitting here in the truck yet. I was going to get out and do some filming, and all that bee wings and stuff when they're unloading the corn, it's just And that stuff's hard to get out of your eyes. It's almost like putting a little wax paper over your eyelid or your eyeballs, and you're looking through a blur and you're trying to get that off. That's kind of what the bee wings are on corn. It's just a little red film, and bink, I can't see, and it's miserable. So I decided to stay in the truck where I wasn't going to get blasted by bee wings. See if you can see it from here, but we're going to try to unload on the go. They do it all the time. So what they're doing, for that of you that do not maybe understand, or understand but don't quite see what we're doing, when the combine is combining corn, it can keep moving and it puts its auger out, and the grain cart will pull up underneath it, and that way the combine can keep picking corn and unload at the same time, which is kind of nice. It just keeps the corn coming in. That's why we have the second cart. That way when the big one's back unloading and the combine's about full again, the combine can keep going. Sometimes it'd be nice to have about 1,000 bushel cart for the second one, but this is what we got. I am going to step behind the truck because once you kind of learn where the wind's blowing, the dust is going to be blowing right into my little eyeballs. Somebody was asking me the other day, Daddy Cornstar, we heard the LSWs are really hard to turn on the front of a tractor versus duals, 2 tires on each side up front. Don't believe it, guys. These turn probably even easier because there's just one big tire out there. Cole is going to head up. Our bin site's not very far from this farm, so even with everything running super slow, we should be able to keep up with 2 trucks, but if I pull in shortly after Cole's dumped, then it takes a lot longer to unload mine. So we brought the 3rd one down for a spare. Right now the ground is just a little spongy, so we just hope we don't have trouble getting in and out. All right, I see a mess on the ground. Who did it? There's gonna be some chewing out. We're gonna be chewing some butts. Oh. Take a look at this, take a look. Well, I can't lie. What happened was, I guess the last load when Zach was filling me up, he was in the back of the trailer there, dumping with a big cart. I thought he was done. It was my fault. I started to pull away, so before he could get the lever shut off, which was very quick because that's a very small pile, it was my fault. So they called me on the radio, Daddy Cornstar, pay attention. We got Zach back up here filling up again. Sometimes it's just kind of fun to sit here and watch the corn go in the semi-trailer. Years ago, the combine had to run up, dump into the wagons and stuff. So they're just making things a little faster, a little easier. Keep the combine in the field than trying to stop and dump on every time you get full. The grain cart that we're running this year is a Brent Avalanche. At least it ain't snow avalanche. Take a look at that. Now you kind of see how soft the tires are. I'm waiting for lunch yet. I'm waiting for lunch. Did I mention that I'm waiting for lunch? Well, I was just talking about lunch, and guess what? Lunch just arrived. Hopefully the little grandkids are here too. We get to say hi to them. Cooper was just saying we got some 118 corn back there, and we're planting all 118 next year.
That look good?
It looks really good.
That was, I think, some of the best looking corn I was in this year when I was scouting.
Cooper forgot his cream.
Did you dip into it at all?
I haven't yet. I thought we'd wait till we were get all this other number out.
Where's Isaac?
Isaac?
Where's the ice cream at? It's over here.
Isaac ain't here. I'm gonna close this door and go that side.
This one's yours, dude.
Oh, thank you, Neva, thank you. You guys may not know this, but Neva's been changing batteries today.
Batteries? What do you mean?
What do you mean, batteries?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Neva doesn't know what I mean by batteries that have acid.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
She had all them holes in her jeans, and that's from battery acid. My eyes are getting dried out sitting here, and I'm thinking about a Dorito chip, and good thing we don't have any Doritos, or I'd be probably snitching out of the bag. not good. I don't keep that garbage in here, but boy, I wish there was one, maybe one Dorito in here. But I do have an ear of corn. I'll show you this. Actually, it's a nice looking ear of corn. It's roughly, I think it was 39 kernels long, 18 around, so that's a nice ear. Looks like we are going to meet Cole on the road here. That's one thing when you meet another truck on the gravel road here or something, like I'm empty, so I would just slow way down. That way the heavier load could stay more in the middle of the road and I could get over with the shoulders of the road soft. You just don't want to have your truck go boom in a full load, bust off. So the emptier loads are probably pretty slim chance it ever fall off. So just something to think about when you're going down the road and you're meeting a truck and you think they're full. If you're on the gravel road, kind of slow way down or even stop, pull over to the side. And the roads out here that we're on, the gravel roads are pretty wide actually. But some of the gravel roads we're on are pretty narrow, so just want everybody careful and safe and to the destination they need to go. I had to kind of laugh. I've had 4 text messages in the last 15 minutes. Hey, it's starting to rain our way. Is it raining your way? It's raining, it's raining. It's a good 70-80% chance of rain. What are you gonna do, Daddy Cornstar? What are you gonna do? It's gonna rain. Oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna freak out and I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna shrink. Well, there ain't much we can do. We'd like to get done. We'd like to keep going to get closer to being done. But if it does rain, we just have to wait it out. The last few days, some of these I shouldn't say storms because they haven't been storms, but some of this rain is just snuck in so quick. They'll say like 25% chance of rain, and then 10 minutes later, 100% chance of rain. It's only supposed to last for a half hour. 2 hours later, it's still raining. So it's kind of them rains lately. It's been hard to judge, but it is starting to come down now. I'm going to watch the augers because if it starts getting wet on the belt, I need to slow the pit down even more than it's going now, so we're not putting a little amount of water on them belts. I don't want them to slip. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on this for a little bit. That's why a lot of times when it's raining, we shut basically all the augers down and stuff, because you start getting water in the pulleys on the belts. That's when things can start to slip. So better to be careful than sorry. We are getting rain. Rain. Not a lot of rain, but enough rain that we're gonna shut her down. Good thing is, I don't think it's supposed to rain very much, but like I said a little bit ago, it's coming down. It's better to just shut things down than get everything plugged up with wet corn. Hit it again hard tomorrow.